Hey everybody, this is Jack Allwell. Hope you're doing well. I'm here to discuss why I decided to surrender some of my 401k money. I want to be clear. I'm not saying you should surrender your 401k money. I'm not saying you should stop contributing to your 401ks, especially if you get a match. It's easy money that you can bank on. But I am here to discuss some of the reasons why I decided to surrender some of my money. I think it's important to understand that the 401k has not been around that long. It's only been around since 1978. And what exactly is it? It's a savings vehicle that has some tax benefits. One thing, though, is that you can't withdraw the money until you're 59 and a half years old. So that was one of the deciding factors for me into why I decided to take it out and put it towards another investment. Now, I would not obviously take it out and go take out 100 grand to go buy a car. But if there's some investment, there's some reason behind it, it might make sense. Now, one downside of taking out 401k money before you're 59 and a half is that there's a 10% penalty. So in my case, I was going to take out about $120,000. So I was going to pay a $12,000 tax penalty, which I've paid now. The reason behind it is I found a house, a 7-unit big old mansion that had been converted into apartments, and prices were such that I thought it made sense. Now the house I got for $259,000. I put 25% down, so almost $65,000. The rents at the time were $3,100 per month, and I thought they were under market value. This would have been June of 2021 when I decided to purchase these. I thought they should be renting for about $3,800. I'm now sitting in September of 2022 and we're renting them for $4,100 per month for all 7 units. Basically, we've increased the rent $1,000 a month. So that's an extra 12 grand for the year, hopefully in the future. And that made up that tax penalty pretty quick. Plus I get some leverage and I like the loan pay down. So I'm paying off about $500 per month on the loan. So that's another 6 grand a year that's going towards my net worth. So these are just some things to think about. I wanted it to be more liquid. When you're thinking about 401ks, I mean, one thing to consider is that you do have to wait till you're 59 and a half, and you kind of have to ask yourself, well, how much money do I really need to be putting into this? Or how much money do I want in this if I can only get it when I'm 59 and a half? Some people want to start living or want that money to help them now. And if you can put the money towards useful operations, it might be worth it to not have it in the 401k. Maybe you're thinking, yeah, I do want access to some more money. Maybe you should start putting, some into your 401k and then putting some into like just a after-tax brokerage account where you have more control over. And if an opportunity comes along or some education opportunity comes along and you want to pounce on it, you can. So it just gives you more flexibility and access to the money. And hopefully this cash flow improves my life now and gives me more flexibility in my options. So that's why I decided to surrender some of my 401k. And like I said, I'm not telling you to surrender your 401k or stop contributing. I still contribute and get the match at my employer. If you have the opportunity to get a match, you definitely should take it. But I'm just saying maybe you don't need to be putting as much. You don't maybe need to be maxing it out every year, but it depends on your goals. So you need to think long and hard on what you want that money to be used for. Like, do you really like your job? If you don't like your job, you might want a little more flexibility. And there's just a lot of factors to think about. So hopefully this helps some people think about their 401k and where their money's sitting and why it's sitting there. And I will see you next time.